Welcome to the Wedding Songs Podcast, featuring newly released songs you need to know and the tried and true classics. Get song ideas from the time guests arrive until the last dance of the reception. And now your host, Matt Campbell, founder of MyWeddingSongs.com.
Hi everybody, I'm Matt Campbell, and today I'm going to be talking about the 101 greatest wedding songs of all time. And just so you guys can follow along at home, I've alphabetized my list by artist and then by song title. So that way if you have your list, you can follow along. And I'm going to be covering these in 5 song sections, so that way we can kind of discuss them a little bit as well. So let's go ahead and get started with our list. At number 1 is AC/DC with You Shook Me All Night Long, released in 1980. 1998 featured Aerosmith with I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Al Green, Let's Stay Together in 1972. American Authors, Best Day of My Life in 2013. And the 5th song is in 1989, Love Shack by the B-52s. So all of these 5 songs are to start our list off alphabetically by artist, as I said. And You Shook Me All Night Long is definitely one of the best party songs of all time. And the DJs can even turn down during the main chorus, and everybody will be singing along and having a great time. Armageddon, the movie, featured Aerosmith's I Don't Want to Miss a Thing, which is a classic rock love song ever since being released in 1998. Al Green is definitely an R&B legend with Let's Stay Together, and it also is a great anniversary song too. Best Day of My Life by American Authors is a song that's commonly used as the recessional, but you can use this song throughout your wedding day because, hey, your wedding day is definitely one of the best days of your life. And Love Shack by the B-52s is a 1980s classic that everybody loves to sing, Rusted Roof. All right, our next 5 songs on the list is The Beatles with Here Comes the Sun in 1969, and a party classic, Twist and Shout by the Beatles in 1963, Ben E. King with Stand By Me in 1961, and I also included Ben Folds' The Luckiest, released in 2001, and Single Ladies Put a Ring on It by Beyonce, released in 2008. So on these list of 5 songs, you'll notice that we do have 2 songs by the Beatles. I did debate to have my list only include 1 song by every artist, but you know, it's just sometimes that there's just great songs by a great artist that you have to include more than 1 song on this list. And Beatles is one of those groups that I could have included more songs, but I kind of narrowed it down to 2 with Here Comes the Sun as a great processional song, and Twist and Shout is one of those songs that will definitely fill the dance floor as well. One of the classic love songs, Stand By Me by Benny E. King, was also a song in the royal wedding, played during the royal wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan. And we also have a indie song here on the list called The Luckiest by Ben Folds. Definitely on your wedding day, both of you are one of the luckiest people in the world, released in 2001. And finally, in this list of 5 is Single Ladies Put a Ring on It, is a very common bouquet toss song, probably a little bit overplayed, but man, it just hits the target of the theme of weddings. So the next group of 5 is Beyonce with her husband Jay-Z with Crazy in Love, released in 2003. Black Eyed Peas with I Got a Feeling, released in 2009. Blake Shelton, God Gave Me You, released in 2011. 1997 featured Bob Carlyle with Butterfly Kisses. And finally, Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer, released in 1986. So let's start with the first song with the couple Beyonce and Jay-Z, Crazy in Love, a faster song that just describes your wedding day and will have everybody singing along to this song. A great grand entrance song is I Got a Feeling by Black Eyed Peas, but also a great dance song to get everybody on the dance floor as well. God Gave Me You was not originally released by Blake Shelton, but his version of this song is definitely a classic love song for wedding people. Next up on the list is Bob Carlyle's Butterfly Kisses, an extremely popular father-daughter song to play at weddings, but I would highly recommend cutting down the version of the song to about 2 minutes because it just seems like 4.5 minutes is too long for expecting the bride to dance with her father. And finally in this group is Living on a Prayer, a 1980s hit by Bon Jovi that will have all of the hairband fanatics going crazy. All right, our next group of 5 starts off with number 16 with Brad Paisley's Then, released in 2009. In Case You Didn't Know by Brett Young in 2017. And then 2 songs by Bruno Mars, 24K Magic and Marry You, released in 2016 and 2010. And finally, You Are the Reason by Callum Scott and Leona Lewis. I did include the duet version as I think it's more appropriate for weddings, but you could include the standard version of Callum Scott's as well, released in 2018. So first on the list is Brad Paisley's Then, a classic wedding country song, and also, in case you didn't know, by Brett Young. Both are great country wedding love songs to play throughout the wedding. And Bruno Mars's Marry You is a upbeat song that you can play as the recessional, and 24K Magic can be played as the grand entrance song. You Are the Reason can be played during the ceremony, like for the unity candle lighting, or the sand ceremony, or the rope. All of these ceremony events can be played to this song. Next up at number 21, we have Because You Love Me by Celine Dion, released in 1996. At number 22 is Forever by Chris Brown in 2008. Tennessee Whiskey by Chris Stapleton in 2015. Christina Perri's 1,000 Years in 2011. And at number 25 is Cupid, the Cupid Shuffle at 2007. All right, let's start off with Celine Dion. She's definitely one of the most popular artists of all time, and this song has definitely been played throughout weddings since 1996 as a parent dance or throughout the wedding as well, because it really hits home on its message. Chris Brown's Forever has been extremely popular after the video went viral on YouTube as a processional song coming into the church. Tennessee Whiskey is a modern classic by Chris Stapleton and his country sound. At number 24, we have Christina Perri's 1,000 Years, released in 2011, has been a classic ever since being featured on the Twilight Saga soundtrack and movie. You can also check out other versions of this song as well by the Piano Guys, has been a huge hit. And one of the group dance songs, Cupid Shuffle, still is awesome to fill the dance floor and get many people doing this specific dance. Next up, we have Dan and Shay From the Ground Up in 2016, and also their song released in 2018, Speechless. Daniel Caesar featuring Her, the song Best Part, released in 2017. Daryl Hall and John Oates, You Make My Dreams in 1980. Dean Martin's That's Amore in 1953 rounds out this group of five. So let's start off with Dan and Shay From the Ground Up and Speechless. Both of these songs have been super hits, with Speechless being mainly used as a first dance song, but also their song From the Ground Up has been used as parent dances because that's how all of our relationships have started. Now, I did skip their new song 10,000 Years just because it is a little bit too new to be featured on the 100 greatest wedding songs of all time. Now, Best Part was released in 2017 by Daniel Caesar and Her, and I have to say I just love this song as an R&B hit that I feel it will be a classic R&B song to be played years to come. Daryl Hall and John Oates still have a major wedding song with You Make My Dreams Come True. Is still used as a recessional song and also throughout the wedding day. And to close out this list of five is Dean Martin's That's Amore, which means that's love. So it definitely has the feel of weddings and can be played at any time throughout the wedding. It's just a great classic song that will bring back many memories. Next up at our list at 31 is Def Leppard's Pour Some Sugar on Me in 1987. Earth, Wind & Fire, September 1978. Ed Sheeran is on the list twice with Perfect in 2017 and Thinking Out Loud in 2014. And Elvis Presley, Can't Help Falling in Love in 1961. Another hair band hit with Pour Some Sugar on Me can be used as a cake cutting song because of the word sugar in the title, but can also be played as a party song to get people who are hairband fanatics on the dance floor. Earth, Wind & Fire September is definitely one of the greatest party songs of all time and will fill the dance floor and get everybody in the mood to party. Ed Sheeran has two love songs that are perfect for weddings, no pun intended, or maybe it was intended, with Perfect and also Thinking Out Loud. Both of these songs will go down as some of the greatest wedding songs of all time. Elvis Presley's Can't Help Falling in Love is still relevant today and still being played for couples of today, but also for parents and grandparents. It's just one of the perfect love songs of all time. Next up, we're at number 36 with Emily Hackett featuring Will Anderson with Take My Hand, the wedding song, released in 2014. Eric Clapton, Wonderful Tonight, 1977. Etta James, At Last, 1960. Frank Sinatra with The Way You Look Tonight in 1964. And finally at number 40, we have Garth Brooks with Friends in Low Places in 1990. Now, some of you may not have Emily Hackett's song on your top 100 or 200 or 300 songs, but let me tell you, this is my dark horse that should be on everybody's wedding song list. It has the perfect message of Take My Hand and can be included in any wedding ceremony. Eric Clapton's Wonderful Tonight, even though it was released in 1977, still has the perfect message of a love song and your wedding day. At Last by Etta James, man, her song At Last is definitely a major hit and will be played for years to come. Her soulful sound is just spot on for definitely any wedding couple of today. Frank Sinatra's The Way You Look Tonight, even though it was released in 1964, it's been featured in many wedding movies, including The Father of the Bride, and so it's still an awesome song, and Frank Sinatra is one of the greatest crooners of all time. And to round out our list is probably one of the greatest country artists of all time, Garth Brooks, and one way to get everybody singing along and dancing is Friends in Low Places. That will have everybody gathered around the dance floor singing this song. Next up, we're at number 41 with George Strait, I Crossed My Heart at 1992. Heartland, I Loved Her First in 2006. Heat Wave with Always and Forever in 1976 is with Over the Rainbow in 1990. And at number 45, we have Jack Johnson with Better Together in 2006. Another great country artist of all time, George Strait, with I Cross My Heart, was in the movie Heartland and makes for a great wedding song, first dance song, just has the perfect message. And also Heartland, I Loved Her First, has a great message from a father to his daughter that even though you're in love today, I loved you first from the day that you were born. And Heat Waves, Always and Forever, is a classic R&B song that should still be played today. And Izza's Over the Rainbow, What a Wonderful World, makes for a great beach wedding song, but can also be played throughout the ceremony as well. And finally, Jack Johnson, Better Together. Hey, just Better Together just sounds great on your wedding day, and that's the message that this song really portrays. Next up at number 46 is James Arthur, Say You Won't Let Go in 2016. James Taylor, How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You in 1975. And then two songs by Jason Mraz, I'm Yours in 2008, and Jason Mraz featuring Colby Calais with Lucky in 2008. And at number 50, halfway through the list, is one of the best of all time, John Legend, All of Me in 2013. So James Arthur is a recent song in 2016, but I can tell you it was a major first dance song to be played for wedding couples. And James Taylor's How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You, there's that phrasing again for sweet and cutting of the cake. It's one of the very popular wedding cake cutting songs. And if you're not a huge fan of James Taylor, another version of this was done by Marvin Gaye that you can play as you're cutting the cake as well. Jason Mraz with I'm Yours is a perfect love song to be played as your first dance, or that you can be playing as the unity song in your wedding ceremony, or even as the vows are being said. Next up, Jason Mraz is with Colby Calais, Lucky. Yes, you really are lucky on your wedding day, and it's a duet, so it fits very well into a wedding. And John Legend's All of Me, I'm sure everybody knows this song. Don't forget about it, even though it was probably overplayed once it first came out and the years thereafter. But I'm hoping that things have settled down because it is a classic wedding song. Next up at 51, we have Journey with Don't Stop Believin' in 1981. Next up, Justin Timberlake, Can't Stop the Feeling in 2016. Kenny Loggins' Footloose in 1984. Kool and the Gang, Celebration 1980. And Leanne Womack with I Hope You Dance in 2000. So Journey, Don't Stop Believin'. You know, this is a common last dance song to sing at all weddings, but I would challenge everybody not to save it and play it at the very end because it is a huge song, and if you have a lull in your wedding and you're trying to get people to really get started, I would say that's the time to play this song. Don't save it till the very end. And Justin Timberlake's Don't Stop the Feeling, even though it was released on the movie Trolls, it became a huge song, and I would challenge everybody to save this one as well because it will fill the dance floor with the kids and the parents and the grandparents alike. Next up, we have from the movie Footloose by Kenny Loggins, the song Footloose. Wow, imagine that. So I would suggest to play this during dancing as well when you're trying to keep things rolling along. And Kool and the Gang's Celebration, even though that was released in 1980, it's still relevant today, and hopefully it's not as part of the cheese factor for many couples, because it will fill the dance floor and get everybody feeling happy on your wedding day. Next up, we have I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack. It has been mostly played as a parent dance, so a father-daughter, mother-son, maybe even a daughter-mother as well, because it has the message of I hope you dance when times are bad, and really has the perfect message. Next up at 56, we have Lionel Richie and Diana Ross, Endless Love in 1981. LMFAO featuring Lauren Bennett and Goon Rock with Party Rock Anthem in 2011. Lone Star Amazed 1999. Louis Armstrong What a Wonderful World in 1967. And Luis Fonsi featuring Daddy Yankee Despacito in 2017. Starting off this group is Lionel Richie, a former member of the Commodores, and Diana Ross coming together with Endless Love. It's one of those classic love songs that's still relevant today for R&B fans. LMFAO has one of the great party songs of all time with Party Rock Anthem. And Lone Star Amazed, even though it's amazing that it was released in 1999, it still is a classic country love song that you can play today. Even though it was released in 1967, we have Louis Armstrong's What a Wonderful World. It's one of those classic songs that can be played as a parent-child dance, can be played as a first dance song, can be played throughout the wedding ceremony, the processional, recessional. It's just one of those great songs that I could put in one of the top 5 wedding songs of all time. And finally in this group is Despacito, which is the only Spanish-speaking song on the list, but lately Spanish-speaking songs have been becoming very popular, and this song should be at the top of your list if you have many Spanish-speaking wedding guests. At number 61, we have Lucas Graham with Love Someone, released in 2018. Mark Ronson featuring Bruno Mars, Uptown Funk in 2014. Maroon 5, Sugar in 2015. Meghan Trainor featuring John Legend, Like I'm Gonna Lose You in 2016. And Michael Bublé, Everything in 2007. So let's start off our list with Lucas Graham. I'm sure some of you are thinking, what is this song be on the list, even though it was released in 2018? But I have to say that this song has a perfect message and was a first dance hit for many wedding couples after it was released. Uptown Funk is not going anywhere anytime soon and is one of the greatest party songs of all time. Sugar by Maroon 5 is, as we said before, has been referencing sugar, so is used a lot for the cake cutting ceremony. Like I'm Gonna Use You by Meghan Trainor and John Legend is a classic love song, even though it was released in 2016. I love this song that will have young and old dancing. Next up is Michael Bublé's Everything in 2007. Michael Bublé is a modern day crooner like Frank Sinatra was back in the day, and I would say this would be the perfect song to select out of his discography to say that, hey, this is the song to play at weddings. Next up at 66 is Michael Jackson with Billie Jean, released in 1982. Montel Jordan, This Is How We Do It in 1995. Mr. C, The Slide Man with Cha Cha Slide in 2000. Nat King Cole and Natalie Cole, Unforgettable 1991. And Natalie Cole by herself with This Will Be an Everlasting Love in 1975. I know that some of you may be thinking, Michael Jackson, he has a huge number of hits. Why only Billie Jean? Well, you know, we're only allowed 101 songs on this list, so I would say the most recognized for weddings that will get people dancing would be Billie Jean. You know, PYT is another one that's a huge hit, and he has many others as well, but this is the one song that I selected that most people would know, and I still think is a hit today. Montel Jordan's song, This Is How We Do It, is just one of those hits that people that grew up from the 90s know this party song and will be up and dancing to this song. If you're looking for a group song, the Cha Cha Slide is definitely one of the songs at the top of the list to get everybody on the dance floor doing a specific dance. And if you're looking for a father-daughter song, Unforgettable is one of those songs that would be perfect to play because you have Nat King Cole and his daughter Natalie Cole coming together with this song that was reproduced by Natalie Cole in 1991. And even in 1975 with her song that just has the perfect message for a wedding day is This Will Be an Everlasting Love. All right, starting off with our list at number 71 is Neil Diamond and Sweet Caroline in 1969. Wow, it's hard to believe it's that long ago. Norah Jones, Come Away With Me in 2002. Otis Day and the Knights, Shout in 1978. Pachelbel with Canon in D, that was released in the 1700s sometime. And at number 75 is Pharrell Williams' Happy, that was released in 2013. So at number 75, you definitely have one of the greatest sing-along songs of all time that you could play during dinner, or you could even play during the dancing part of your wedding as well, with Sweet Caroline. It's just one of those songs that everybody's going to know and sing along to. I selected Norah Jones with Come Away With Me. You know, it's one of those jazz songs that I'd like to group in with Frank Sinatra and Michael Bublé. It's a great recessional song, but also just will get everybody on the dance floor too if you're looking for a jazzy slow song. Shout is a huge sing-along dance song that was made popular again from the movie Animal House, and this song is a great song if you're looking to get everybody out there shouting and having a great time. Canon in D, it's just one of those songs that I could have on here, the wedding march, but I don't, and I prefer this one as well. And a new version of this song was released by Brooklyn Duo, but this is just one of those classic wedding songs that I just had to include on this list. And finally at 75 is Happy. It's a bit overplayed, so it could be a bit on the cheesy side, but you know what? Everybody's going to know it and get up and dance to it. At number 76, we have Randy Travis with Forever and Ever, Amen in 1987. Rascal Flatts, I added 2 songs by these guys, My Wish in 2006 and Bless the Broken Road in 2004. Ray LaMontagne with You Are the Best Thing in 2008, and Righteous Brothers, Unchained Melody in 1965. It seems like everything old is coming around and young again, and Unchained Melody had a resurgence with the movie Ghost. Ghost was released in 1990, so I think it's going to have a resurgence again, and this is a song that everybody's going to know. So let's back up to number 76 with a country classic, Forever and Ever, Amen. It's not a slow song, but it's a great song that you can play during dinner or cocktail hour that everybody will know. And Rascal Flatts' My Wish has been a huge country hit to play for parent dances, so father, daughter, mother, groom. And Bless the Broken Road has been a huge ceremony song or first dance song as well, because it talks about blessing the road that led up to you. You Are the Best Thing is a great love song that you can play throughout your wedding ceremony or even the reception for your first dance and other events. So let's keep the list going at number 81 with Rihanna featuring Calvin Harris, We Found Love in 2011. Russell Dickerson, Yours in 2015. Shania Twain, From This Moment in 1997. Sister Sledge, We Are Family in 1979. And a surprise to some, Spice Girls, Wannabe. And a surprise to some, Spice Girls with Wannabe in 1996. So we have a dance hit with Calvin Harris, the DJ, and Rihanna coming together with We Found Love. It's just one of those songs you could play as a grand entrance song or even as a dance song during the party time. A newer country love song, Russell Dickerson, Yours, was a huge first dance song that still is relevant to today. And another country hit, From This Moment On, can be used as a recessional song, but it was also used as a very popular first dance song too. We Are Now Family. That's what the title of the song should be. But it made for a great family song to bring people together. And if you're looking for a faster dance song to dance with your in-laws, you can definitely play this hit. Some of you may be thinking, why are the Spice Girls on this list? Well, if you think about it, many of the parents of wedding couples today grew up in the 1990s, and 1990s songs are popular. And this was a major hit that will definitely fill the dance floor and have all the ladies singing along. Let's keep our list going at number 86. We have 2 songs by Stevie Wonder. The first one, Isn't She Lovely, in 1976. And in 1970, Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I'm Yours. Taylor Swift, Shake It Off in 2014. The Temptations, My Girl in 1965. And Thomas Rhett, Die a Happy Man in 2015. So let's start off with Stevie Wonder. Everybody loves the R&B legend, and Isn't She Lovely is a great dedication from a father to his daughter, and can talk about how the father has loved his daughter since the day she was born. Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I'm Yours is definitely one of the most popular recessional songs, because now you're married and in life together. And Taylor Swift's Shake It Off is still a major dance hit for couples of today. today. And next up we have The Temptations' My Girl, which was definitely a very popular father-daughter song as well. But I would challenge you to not save it for the father-daughter. If you have a different father-daughter song, definitely play it anytime throughout the night as well, because everybody will know this song and sing along to it. And Thomas Rhett's Die a Happy Man is a modern country love song that should stand the test of time and be played as a first dance song. Now we're down to the final 10. At number 91, we have Tim McGraw, My Little Girl in 2006. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, The Rest of Our Life in 2017. Train, Marry Me at 2009. Usher featuring Ludacris and Lil Jon with Yeah in 2004. And Vic with Wobble in 2008. So in this group, we have Tim McGraw, My Little Girl, which is a great father-daughter song that's still being played today. Now, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, I could have selected It's Your Love, but instead I wanted to select The Rest of Our Life because it is a relevant song for weddings and talking about the rest of our life. So it really fits into weddings and the theme of weddings. Train, Marry Me will probably be one of the top 5 wedding songs, or it could even be used as a proposal song too. Usher's Yeah is one of the best party songs of all time, so it definitely has to be on your dance party list. And Vic with Wobble is definitely a great group dance, line dance song that a lot of your wedding guests will be wanting to dance to and sing along to. Well, it's time we're down to the last 5 songs on my list, or I should say the last 6. At number 96 is Van Morrison, Brown Eyed Girl in 1967. Village People, YMCA in 1978. Walk the Moon, Shut Up and Dance in 2014. Whitney Houston, I Wanna Dance Somebody Who Loves Me in 1987. Will Smith, Getting Jiggy With It in 1997. And Zac Brown Band's Chicken Fried in 2008. Brown Eyed Girl is just one of those great songs that everybody will know and will fill the dance floor. But if you're not familiar with the song, then you can definitely play during your cocktail hour or dinner hour as well. Village People, YMCA has been a classic song, but it also has made many cheesy song lists as well. So if you feel that this is part of your wedding playlist, don't be afraid to play it, because many people will be doing this YMCA with their hands and arms. Walk the Moon, Shut Up and Dance has been played as first dance songs. It's a little bit upbeat, but you know what? You can play this throughout your wedding reception that will have everybody singing along and tapping their toes too. Whitney Houston, we could have added many more songs by her, but definitely I Want to Dance with Somebody has been a major song to play throughout your wedding day. Getting Jiggy With It by Will Smith, you know, it's just one of those fun dance songs that you may not hear every single day, because your wedding guests don't go to weddings every single day. They may do 1 or 2 weddings a year, and you know what? This is one of those songs that's going to get your guests out of their seats and onto the dance floor. And the same could be said for our final song too, Chicken Fried by Zac Brown Band. It's just one of those songs that country fans will want to get up and dance to. So there you have it, our top 101 wedding songs of all time. If you think I'm crazy, or if you like our list, please go ahead and leave a comment, or you can reach out to us through our Facebook page as well. Hope you have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Wedding Songs Podcast. Never miss a future episode. Subscribe today to our podcast. Follow us on Facebook at My Wedding Songs and send us a message about playlists you would like covered.